day. So excited to be back doing some more spirit animal reads for everyone. We're going to go through all of our 12 zodiac signs. I was just looking at my ephemeris as I started the live because we don't have very many days left of Virgo season left. Funny enough, we only have like a few more days. It's yeah, well, actually, yeah, this coming weekend, the sun moves into Libra and starts the fall equinox proper. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So that's where we're at. So we're going to go from Virgo on through all 12 of the signs. We're still going to start with them since they're still the star of the show. We've had a big, good bunch of energy, guys, because we finally have Mercury in direct motion. Hey there, Strawberry. How you doing? Love you, Pisces. Love the fishies. Oh my goodness. Yes. So Mercury is out of retrograde. It will take it a while to go back through its shadow point. Venus has still got to work its way back through its shadow point as well. You know, so we're still in a lot of motion. Still in a lot of motion, y'all. But it's good. You know, we're moving through. All of our big planets are still retrograde right now, which is normal for this time of year. All of those guys go retrograde for about 5 months out of the year, so it's quite normal to have those doing their thing. It just means the energy is a little more reflective and a little less direct. And my cards are flying everywhere as I set them up. And I do have the new channel set up, which is Diamond Dragon Lady. That's going to be my alternate channel. I'm hoping to avoid the YouTube censorship bots. That's, you know, that's why I'm doing it. And it's a whole story for sure. And so if you haven't joined that yet, you can go onto any of my recent video posts. I've got that link there. I haven't posted any videos to it yet, but it will probably be my October monthlies. That'll be the first thing that I put on there. And we'll just see how it does. You know, it's really just to see if it can grow better than this one due to the censorship that got placed on a lot of my lives. For some reason, whenever I do live streams, it always is bad for my channel. And I don't know if that's because, you know, the AI is supporting shorter and shorter form videos. That may be true. You know, usually when I go live, I'm sitting here for at least, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours. It may not like that. Who knows? Because whenever I do it, I lose subscribers. My metric goes down. Nothing's good. But I still do it. Because I just don't care at this point. And I want to do it. I enjoy it, you know, and I know y'all enjoy it too. So here we are. It's not helping my channel at all. But I'm doing it anyway. Just do it. This, you know, I tell people, they're like, do you make money doing your channels? I'm like, no, it's a labor of love entirely. Like, the only way I make money is if people donate, or if I book a reading. But if, you know, just sitting here making videos, I'm not doing that at this point. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I'll ever become one of those giant astrologers with hundreds of thousands of followers. I have no clue if that'll ever happen. So I'm not really worried about it. We're just going to do what we like to do. We're just going to do what we enjoy and what feels right to our heart and our spirit. And that's the way it goes, babies. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going through the same thing. I know it. I know it's true. It's been a real scourge for a lot of YouTube creators, especially ones that are newer to YouTube, unfortunately, like I am. So it's just part of the thing, sadly. You know, the more that I have energy to do so and time to do so, health allowing, you know, I'll diversify, I'll try new things, we'll see what works. And if it doesn't work for the giant masses, then it just works for us, and that's fine too. Sometimes I think, you know, when you have a smaller following, but a loyal following, which I definitely have, it's like it's really speaking to us, you know, and that's fine. It's fine if it's not like fit for, you know, millions of people. It's okay. It's more specific. So good to see you, Daisy. I'm happy my little Pisces folks are in here. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. Like, it's, you know, I've just been getting a lot of rest over the weekend, and it's been fine. Like coming out of the retrograde Mercury thing, I'm like, chill. Hey Capricorn Soul Tribe, good to see you. All right, let's start out with our current star of the show, which is going to be Virgo. And see what their messages are tonight. Um, ooh, I also forgot. I've got a story. Ooh, I've got an owl story. Me and my mom rescued an owl. That doesn't mean I have a pet owl now, but we did rescue him. I was taking one of my nighttime walks, and right around the corner, very close to my house, I'm coming around, and on the side of the street, I just see this barred owl sitting on the street, just sitting, like he's waiting for a ride or something. And he was, they're a good size owl, and he was sitting there with his little feet, and he just had his little eyes, tight shut, and he just wasn't moving, and he wasn't doing much of anything. And I was like, little guy, are you okay? I was like, oh my goodness. So I always carry my my Aikido stick with me. So very gently, I didn't want to touch him with my hands, so it's not a good idea. So I touched him gently with the stick, and I was just kind of stroking his feathers a little and just lifting the wings a bit to see if, there was any major damage, but he seemed mostly okay. And the only thing that I saw on his beak around the edge was a tiny bit of blood. That's all that was there, but he did not look like he'd hit by a car or anything like that. So, it's very late at night. I start Googling on my phone to see if there's any animal, rescue or welfare groups. None of them are open. So, anybody that's thinking about opening an all-night animal rescue line, maybe I'll do that if I, get the gumption to do it. There's nobody around. There just isn't. There's nobody answering, nobody awake. No fellow night owls are doing this. So, literally, I called the fire department. I didn't know what else to, I was just like casting around for thoughts. And I was like, call the fire department. What, maybe they take him. We can't move him because, that's animal stuff. I was like, okay. So the best advice that I found on one of the animal welfare sites was that if you want to move them from a space, to get them to at least somewhere safer, which was kind of my idea, is that you could just put a big towel around them, put them in a box, and take them to a safer space. So that is exactly what I did. And I'm very adept at handling animals. I've been doing it my whole life. So I know how you handle a raptor. You keep their back to your chest so that their claws and beaks are facing out. And I put the towel around him. And this owl did not move. He just didn't move. It was like he was in some kind of shutdown shock or something. And so I wrapped him up, put him in the box. My mom and I, we just drove him right back around, just around the corner to the house. And I put him on my patio table. I have an open air patio, so it's, it's like if he wanted to fly away, he could easily fly away. And so he was, hey there, Indigo. And so he's sitting there on his towel, and he just has his little eyes closed. And, the first thing that I thought, I was like, maybe he needs water. He might be dehydrated. So I got a little cup of water. I held it up to his beak, and he did start drinking. He did, and the tap of the owl beak. I've never been that close to an owl, right? And I had my gloves on, but I still gave him some little pets. Oh my God, they're so fluffy. The feathers are so fluffy on these birds. Oh my word. It was just like, I wanted to hug him, but I resisted. And so I should have an owl rescue, night owl rescue, 24/7 for advice and help with when people find an injured or, upset or something with a wild animal, because it happens a lot at night. That's when a lot of animals get hit. A lot of them get, some kind of shock. So anyway, he drank the water, and slowly but surely he started, kind of blinking his eyes open, but he was still pretty, just not interested in moving. And once the blood, the little tiny bit of blood that was on the edge of the beak, once that was off, there wasn't any more. Like, he was not actively bleeding, which is a good sign. I don't think he was hit by a car. If he had been, he would have had a lot more damage. So it's still conjecture at this point, but what I really think happened to this owl was, I think that he might have hit into either a tree or got into a tussle with another animal somehow, and he got hit hard. That's what I think. I think somehow or another he got hit hard, either into a tree, another animal tree, something knocked the wind out of him, literally, and he just fluttered down onto the ground and just sat, kind of stunned, you know, because that's the way he was acting. And so, you know, through the night I kept checking on him back and forth. He seemed pretty stable. And, you know, slowly but surely he started really open his eyes and, you know, look around more. And then when I came up and when he started to really gain consciousness, I wish I had a video. It was the funniest thing because he was just sitting there. When he first realized it was a human that was standing right next to him, he looked and he just went like that. Like, what? The eyes got all wide, like, oh, lady. And then when I would come over to him as he started to get more, you know, consciousness back, he'd start to fluff the wings out and floof his face and do the threat display, and he'd kind of do this thing like that. And I was like, baby, I'm not trying to hurt you, but I knew he was doing better because he was getting kind of spicy. So I was like, you know, if you're getting salty with me, I'm taking that as a good sign because that means you're back to your, you know, to your normal self. And so I would say, you know, I went to sleep. He was still on the table. And so after that, it was about maybe 11 in the morning. My mom said, hey, he's moved off the table on his own. And I said, cool. So we went outside and he was sitting, you know, he had got off the table. He was on the ground. And I came out and I just looked, I was like, can you fly? I was standing right next to him. I was like, can you fly, little birdie? And he started flapping those wings, he started going. And he did. He took off. He flew up onto the roof, and then he, from there, was able to fly into the trees. And I was just so happy because I think he's okay, you know. He was probably just like, yeah, where am I and who are you? Like, oh yeah, absolutely. He was just like, oh. But he is good. He flew off on his own. And it's so funny because the animal rescue that I called didn't call me back till like 6 in the afternoon. Then I was like, owl is gone. Like, he took off. You're a little late, but cool. I think he's okay. So that was my amazing owl story. And he was just, they're so cute. I know they want to be all tough, but they're so freaking cute. Those eyes, the big eyes. Oh, just so awesome. So that was definitely a thing. And the other funny part was there's this possum in my backyard that comes around a lot because he knows me and he knows I'm the lady that gives the banana slices. And so at one point I was sitting there hanging out with an owl on the table. And the possum was coming by like, hey, you got the banana. So I'm like feeding this possum while I have the owl here. And I'm like, what am I? Like the nocturnal Snow White. What is this? It was just funny. Oh, I was like, this is great. So yeah, well, good to see everybody, and we got a nice group in here tonight. It looks like we got Transformation Queen, Capricorn, Soul Type, Hazel, Lipa, of course Daisy, Nancy's here. Good to see you, hun. Indigo, good to see you. Just going through my folks. Good to see everybody. So we're ready to go. Hey, J25, good to see you again. Yeah, I don't know if I'm quite an owl whisperer. I'm definitely a bunny whisperer, but I got the owl. Wow. I mean, it was like he was sitting there just, it was like, I mean, he was placed right in my path. But, it's like I was just so glad that I was there because if I hadn't been able to get him off the street, a car could have hit him, an animal could have grabbed him. We do have coyotes and fox in the neighborhood too, and I just felt at least good. I was like, at least I'll get him off the street so that he won't get further injured. And then it's like if he doesn't make it, if he had been more injured than I knew, and at least he would have been in a safe place. But I think he was just stunned by something that had happened to him. And he just needed a minute. He just needed a minute. He needed some time to just, you know, gather his energy back up and clear the owl mind and all that. It's birds often will knock into things out there, especially if they had a tussle maybe with either another owl or another animal. And if they get hit hard enough, it may not kill them, but it might stun them. And that's what I really think happened. So all right, y'all. that's the, that's the story time. Let's get into our readings tonight. We are going to start with Virgo, like I said, because we are still in the last week of Virgo season. We have a lot of Virgo going on. We just had our new moon in Virgo. We had Mercury move out of retrograde in Virgo, which it's still in. And the sun will be there until, I believe it was Saturday. I think it's like late Friday, early Saturday when the sun moves into Libra. Woot! So yeah, I thought this week was pretty big. If you haven't checked out your personal signs reading for the new moon Mercury direct, those were good. They were short and sweet and just, some extra messages to boost everyone up during this time of a lot of transition. All right, let's see what we have got. Dear spirit animals and guardians, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos tonight. You can take this, Virgo, for whenever you see this reading. I'm going to say it's mostly geared for the second half here of September, early October. All right, let's get a personal animal guardian for you for this period of time. Ooh, we have the whale spirit. So, this to me, again, trust the great mystery. I also see this as an energy of rising above something, whatever has been pulling you down, whatever has been heavy for you, whatever might have been, sort of like a millstone around you. It's like you're kind of surmounting that. It's a transformative feeling of, resurfacing after maybe some time underwater. This is also to me, Virgo, saying to trust in your more spiritual side, kind of your Pisces side, which is your opposite sign, right? The whale is a little bit both, right? It's a mammal, yet it lives in the water like a fish. So to me, it embodies the two sides. It's like it's that earthy side, but it's also that water side. So you may be finding that you need to balance more and trust a little bit more in your intuition and in your more spiritual side. Let's get some animal tarot on this, please, for Virgo. Wow, a lot of, ooh, you get this water energy here, guys. Dolphin, Knight of Cups. Yet again, another mammal that lives in the water. I'm just saying, Virgo, I feel like this is very much like your balance of the practical and the spiritual coming through. But, the dolphin this is where you've been coming from. So Knight of Cups, joy, true romance, a little bit seductive energy. This could be, you making love offers to other people, them making love offers to you, back and forth. It's a very strong Pisces energy, just like we said. I think there's a lot of balance between you and your Pisces side, your more spiritual side. Right in the center, what this time is centering around, we have the bee spirit. I always think of, a very strong community. got the bee energy. This is also the same as the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional deck. So this is very much about the wheel moving in your favor. Like I said, you're coming out of something where you've been feeling very stuck. Not really a surprise in a lot of ways because it mirrors the planetary energy of Mercury coming out of retrograde in your sign. So I guarantee you are feeling that. And I think that the big important thing is that moves forward as that cycle moves is for you to gain those lessons. You know, we had that big full moon, blue moon in Pisces, then we have this new moon in Virgo. You're really in that transition, but you're in a balanced place, right? It's like you're looking at both sides of yourself, and it's really important for you to use both. Going into the future, how this period of time plays out for you. Very nice. We have the Stork card, Six of Swords, one of my personal favorites because it does indicate that you are moving past drama. Better times are ahead. Leaving old baggage behind yet again. This is a real theme here. And I think you're looking for new opportunities, new offers. This is where you're coming from, right? So it's very much like you're coming from a place of what makes my heart happy, what makes my spirit happy, who makes my spirit happy, who makes my heart happy. And if it's not what's currently going on, you're going to change it. You're going to break free of some old patterns, which may be a little challenging, you know, right? It's always that growing pains feeling. A lot of people say, like, if they're in their Jupiter return or in Jupiter energy, and I'm like, you know, which is this card's rulership, and they're like, why aren't things just amazing all the time? I said, because growing pains hurt, and when you expand past old patterns of your life, it's not always going to feel the greatest when you're in that process, but it's taking you somewhere really good. And ultimately what it's taking you to is a feeling of, okay, I'm letting something go. There is a sacrificial energy here, Virgo, and I would say your sign and Pisces, which are also really strong to me right now, they're both coming through because, you know, you've got to let something go in order to get onto something new. It's just the way it works. And in the Six of Swords, the traditional card, you know, you got these people in the boat that are leaving something, and they're just really leaving everything behind. They're not really taking a whole lot with them. So there may be some things you have to let go of in this process, but it's definitely for the best. On the bottom of the deck, we have the alligator spirit. The underlying energy is the Page of Cups. And so again, you know, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, there is a lot going on that's changing in the way your mind functions. Things might be a little bit more fuzzy, a little bit more hazy. That's not surprising, guys, because water energy can be that way. But to me, this is, again, both of these to me are very Pisces. They're very Pisces energy. This is loving new messages. This is spiritual messages, surprising insights, artistry. I even love that this says coming up for air on this card because that's the first thing I felt is like you're rising up. You're coming up for air with this whale spirit. Very, very cool energies here for you, Virgo. Got some really nice spirit animals on your side, and I do feel like you are really blending and balancing your emotional spiritual intuition with your practical awareness. Let's get into a affirmation for you. Wow, you know, this is really cool because you've got the bison here. And when I pulled that alligator card from the bottom of the deck, the next card out was also this white buffalo. So there's some real beautiful abundance, feeling of contentment, feeling of you having what you need. Really strong in this read. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, and teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Like I said, you know, it's not like everything's going to be perfect and easy, but you're going to have what you need. You know, Spirit's going to make sure that you got what you need through this process. So that's very positive. Gorgeous, guys. Good way to start. All right. Let's get into Libra. And Libra, it is soon to be y'all's birthday, guys. Yeah, it's soon to be Libra time. We are definitely heading into the autumn. The frost is certainly on the pumpkin. It is chillier out there tonight than it has been in a long time. So I'm actually really enjoying it because it's been so it's been so hot. So let's get into it, Libra. Let's see what you've got for your spirit animal reading. Take it whenever you see it. You know, these are a little bit timeless, but I would also say that, you know, I'm kind of gearing these to be for this second half of September and early October. Please, Spirit, let's see what we have for Libra. Start with one main spirit animal guide for you guys for this period of time. And we have the turtle spirit. Very nice, very grounded. Mother Earth energy. Slow. I said show. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, guys. As it refers to, you know, the tortoise and the hare, right? So take it easy, Libra. Don't rush. Don't push the river, as I would say. Venus will be moving out of its shadow point on October 7th. So, you know, that is your ruling planet. It's been in Leo forever, for a really long time. And I would say that, you know, you may have felt rather stalled out on a lot of things to do with your personal energy, love and friendship. All of it may have just been feel like it's just been treading water for a while. So take it slow, take it easy. Don't push yourself too hard. Because things will unfold, right? They will unfold. And it's interesting, again, that we also have, similar to what Virgo had, another animal that can live on the water and on the land. I'm just saying. It's, you know, there's this balance of earth and water right now, very strong in the cosmos. And I think we're all kind of feeling it. The more that you can balance your intuition with your practical mind, the better things go. Let's get some animal tarot for you, Libra. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we definitely have that. You know, the cardinal signs are the ones that are really going to be the most influenced. We've got some upcoming eclipses that, you know, are really going to put the cardinal signs into action, and those are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. I know, guys, we've been in the hot seat like a lot. Like a lot, especially when we had, you know, all the Capricorn and Saturn and Pluto together moving along. We've been through a lot. All the cardinal signs have, but we're getting ready to have another little boost of action here. Where you're coming from, Libra, Flamingo, Two of Wands, you know, to me, this is kind of sort of a Libra card. It's not technically, it's more Aries than Libra, but anytime you have those twos, I think of Libras because it's that balancing act. It's the two sides, the scales, right, that you're trying to harmonize. And so Two of Wands to me is new beginnings. It's you know, door opening, taking the first step. You might be doing a project or something with someone else, or you might be doing it on your own. You might have to make a decision about that. I don't know how Libras love to make decisions, you know. But that is part of the process for you guys right now. I do think that you're making, you know, the main energy of this, you know, is that you're really angling to find your highest wishes, hopes, and dreams. This is really what you're focused on. You really want those dreams to come true. But the way it's playing out might be a little messy in your opinion because we do have the snake, we do have the tower, right? Don't be surprised if the way that it plays out feels a little chaotic and not as organized as you might like. I know. The tower energy is Mars. It's Mars ruled. So whenever I see the tower, I just think pure action and activity. Hey there, Soul Maturation. Good to see you. That's what I always think of when I see the snake, right? You know, it's a shedding of the skin, and the tower is Mars energy. And guess what, Libra? Mars is in your sign right now. So you are definitely doing this, right? So, you know, you might have to there might have to be some things you got to kick over. There got to be some things you got to dismantle. You might have to take a few things apart before you put something back together again. You might have to, shed that skin. There's a liberation to the tower, right? Because it dismantles an old construct that really wasn't that stable and wasn't working for you in the first place, even if you were hanging on to it. So try not to hang on to anything too tight, right? Keep your vision. Keep that vision of wishes, dreams, what you want to see fulfilled. But don't hold on too tight to how it happens, because that tower is, it's motion, it's action, it's movement. On the bottom, we have the Fox, the Knight of Wands. Also a little chaotic, right? A little chaotic energy, because it's that Sagittarius energy, comes in fast and furious. It can be fortitude, passion, leadership. I think, Knight of Wands goes out and gets what they want. They really do. So it's not wrong for you to just, kind of knock the doors down to get what you want a little bit here. I'd also say with the Tower card, this is another thing you might not like, Libra, but it is important. And it is important for you to learn that you don't always have to be so nice. And you don't always have to give up what you want so that someone else gets what they want. If you need to tell somebody off, you need to tell them off. It is just the way it is. You probably will feel better after you do it. Because, Mars in your sign is feisty, spicy. It's not going to sit there and just, put up with the crap. It's going to speak its mind. That may be what makes some of the towers fall, is that you finally speak your truth to the people or situations that aren't being the nicest to you. Let's get an affirmation on all this. I like this energy, though, Libra. Take it in your stride, right? Make sure to do some deep breathing along the way. If some big stuff happens, don't feel the need to react immediately, right? Just react in your own timing, your own pace. Yeah, this is far-reaching vision. The hawk is in here. Look at that, hawk messenger. Check it out. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities. Eliminate distractions. Yes. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to the new heights, right? So try to keep an open mind here with all of this. Yes. Because, the more that you can do that, the more it won't all seem so narrow. So if something changes or it doesn't go exactly the way you'd hoped, then it's like, okay, if not this, something better down the road that I just haven't been able to see yet. That's the hawk trying to show you the big picture. Good stuff, Libra. You're coming into some good energy. We're gonna have a lot of Libra energy over the next couple months, because after Venus cycles through Leo, it'll go through Virgo, then through your sign, and it won't take that long to get there. We'll have Mercury going into your sign as well. We'll have the sun in your sign. So it's, we got a lot of Libra goodies coming up. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what we have for our Scorpions. Deep, dark, mysterious, and passionate. Let's see what we've got. This is going to be your spirit animal messages, Scorpio. And this is going to be mostly geared for kind of this, second half of September, early October. But whenever you see this reading, if you're led to it, it may just be the right timing for you to see it. Sometimes I go watch videos from other readers and it's like an 8-month-old reading and it still hits because it's like I was just meant to see it at that time. Have a good night, Indigo. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we got. Dear spirit animals and guardians. Let's start with one main spirit for our Scorpios to work with. Oh my goodness, we got the fox. We got the fox spirit, Scorpio. So think on your feet. This is the quick wit, the clever comeback, the witty repartee. It's also a rather loving energy, funny enough. Foxes are very keyed into their social cycle and social circle. Ooh, I had to just look on the bottom of the deck. Owl spirit, Scorpio. You know, like I said, you're deep. You're in tune with the deeper, darker, hidden mysteries of life. So is the owl. So you got that as well. To me, they're kind of nighttime creatures. You know, whenever I see a fox, it's usually in the evening. They are out in the nighttime. I don't know that they're actually nocturnal, but they are quite active at night from what I've seen. So think quick on your feet. Put your mind to things. Let's get some animal tarot. Please, Spirit, for Scorpio. Wow. You're not afraid of the dark right now, are you? Are you ever? So where you're coming from, Scorpio, is the camel. I do feel like you are coming from a place where you have invested some of your time, your energy, maybe you've been studying something new, learning something new, but that's usually a beginning of either, you know, a business practice, maybe a new job, maybe going back to school, studying something. You know, Page of Pentacles is kind of my little adventurer because it's that kind of quest. It's a quest for learning, a quest for knowledge, a quest for something new to invest yourself in. You may not have a ton to invest when you start, but you do it anyway because you know it's like just putting in those little investments over time is going to get you somewhere. And the camel, you know, that's our long distance rider for sure. You know, they can definitely go the distance. Right in the center, your main primary energy is the hummingbird. So I do feel like you have a lot of focus on happiness, especially within the home. This is the Four of Wands. You know, really keeping a peaceful environment in the home, making sure that if you live with somebody that it's very harmonious and that you're getting to enjoy the space. This is also the famous 1111 card in the traditional tarot, so it can have that, you know, soulmated kind of love mate energy. And the hummingbird is a traditional animal symbol of love, joy, and happiness. Even though, from me watching them in my backyard, they don't seem to be very loving. They fight a lot. They are the snarkiest little birds that I've ever seen in my life. I always say if they spent more time actually eating the feeder, the stuff I put in the feeder, like instead of fighting over the feeder, they'd get more food, but they don't listen. So going into the future here, Scorpio, we have the shark, which is the same as our devil card. Um, Very strong Capricorn energy on the devil, right? So again, you know, it's like I said, don't be afraid of the hidden depths. I know that you're not, but the thing about, you know, that devil card is many times you might be working too hard or working too much because Capricorn energy can be the real workaholic. You might be stuck in a cycle or a routine that's not making you the happiest. Um, you know, and in order to get to that, you know, more happy, content feeling at home, it's like you can't go out and spend most of your waking time in a situation where you're just miserable, right? So it's time to break free of something, right? Because Capricorns, oh boy, and I speak for myself because I am one, we can get stuck in routines and ruts that aren't bringing us very much joy simply because we like the feeling of security that it comes from staying with that routine or with that person or with that situation. So make sure that that's not happening to you, Scorpio. The devil is to show us ourselves. It is there to show us our ego, you know, what we think of as security or any kind of bad habits or routines that we have so that we can break free of them. On the bottom, we do have the otter spirit. That is the Six of Cups. The underlying message here is really, you know, to take care of your inner child, to nurture yourself. If you've got memories or nostalgia sentiments about, you know, the past, it may be time to either heal them or do something that's cathartic to bring those into a better sense of peace, state of acceptance. Let's get into an affirmation here for you, Scorpio. And we have the lion. It's a very nice sovereign energy. It's also a very solar energy because Leos are ruled by the sun. And so I do feel like, this is really reminding you that even if you're taking, going through a little bit of dark spots, or you're working through releasing some old negative situations or habits, you will emerge victorious. The sun will shine on you again. And this is a higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So, Scorpio, good read. It's always got to be a little deep for you guys. Let's tap these cards and get them all nice and clear. Okay. Sagittarius, you're up next. Let's see what we've got for our fabulous Saggies out there. I know this is the easiest time of the year for you guys because we've got all that Virgo, got a lot of Pisces, from Saturn, and it's pushing and pulling on you guys. I know that. So hang in there with it. Let's get some positivity into this mix. We're doing some spirit animal reads for you here. And this is going to be mostly targeted to this second half of September, early October. But Sagittarius, if you just happen to come across this video and you're drawn to watch this, then it may just be the right message you need for this moment. So let's start out with a main spirit animal guardian for you to work with. Please for Sagittarius. Ooh, I like this. The dolphin spirit. And Sagittarius, to me, the dolphin is one of those joyful, playful kind of energies. So no matter what the message on the particular card, I always feel there's this joyfulness and playfulness behind the dolphin spirit. The message on this one is this and that are true. So I would say that if you're at an impasse and you feel like you've got to choose just one way or the other, or if maybe you and someone aren't seeing eye to eye, it's like you have to acknowledge that maybe what's true and right for you isn't true and right for them. So it's really okay to embrace two different paths. Doesn't mean that you have to walk that other path if it's not feeling like that's what you want to do. But be at peace. Be at peace. Both things can be equally valid, even if it's not something that rings for you personally. It can help you to, just calm down a lot of tensions, a lot of stress. And we've had a lot of stress in communication this last couple of weeks with the Mercury and Venus retrogrades. So yeah, just keep an open mind, Saggy. I know you can do it. Let's get into your animal tarot. Let's pull 3 cards, please, for Saggy. Yes, there's some defensiveness there for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you might have been feeling like you really had to stand up for something, maybe something that you felt very passionate about, or something that maybe even you created or helped to build with this 9 of Wands, with the Scorpion energy, like you're ready to sting somebody. To me, this is my wounded warrior kind of energy. It's resolve, it's bravery. It's like you've been through some battles, but you still got a lot of fight in you. You still got a lot of salt. But this has led to, the heart of the matter, which is our walrus, our 8 of Cups, which could be where you are right now. You might have either walked away from something or someone, or they might have walked away from you because, of just stating your opinions too forcefully, or maybe just being at an impasse when it comes to how you think about something. That's why that, dolphin is saying, it's like, don't worry about it, Sagittarius. It's like both things can be equally valid. Don't worry too much about it. And this could be playing out either way. Like you could be the one that walked away, or they could be the one that walked away from the situation. Take it as it resonates for you, but it's that energy. But I do think in the future, over the next couple weeks, things are going to change very rapidly. I think you have a lot of ability to just heal the situation We've got the Dragonfly Spirit with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is very rapid. It's movement. It's things, you know, usually good things coming back your way. You know, if you're reading it in a love read, it's, you know, Cupid's arrows flying through the, you know, sky. It's definitely a little bit romantic. But it is optimism, it's things speeding up, and usually a lot of good opportunities coming your way. On the bottom, yeah, there's a little sadness here. We've got the Manatee with the Five of Cups, which is, you know, some emotional disappointments, feeling a little bit down, feeling a bit of a loss, but it's also reminding you, again, that there are better times ahead, because in that traditional card, it has the Two Cups still standing, right? So don't feel that all is lost here. There might have been, you know, some kind of argument or some kind of impasse, but I do feel like it's going to actually improve and get better. So don't fret about it too much, Saggy. Let things flow as they go, because it looks like, you know, things will start moving. You don't even have to start moving them. They're just going to go on their own. Let's see what we have for an affirmation for you guys. Yeah, and we've got that Buffalo card for you too. You know, abundance, right? This is all about prosperity, contentment, having what you need. Sacred Buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, and teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So expressing gratitude right now is an important thing too for you, Saggy. It's important all the time, but extra right now, like extra. Just make sure to say thank you to the universe or whatever, whoever you are grateful for. You wonder why I'm tapping with, I'm tapping with the selenite. It's very good for clearing your cards out between readings, especially if you need something to do it quick. All right, Capricorns, I'm ready. Let's go, goats. Capricorn, wow. This is a good time for Capricorn. I gotta say, even with the retrogrades and everything, I enjoy the vibes of Virgo just like I enjoy the vibes of Taurus. You know, those are two of my favorite times of year when we have the sun in those signs, because it is our trine. It is supportive to us Capricorns. This is going to be your spirit animal readings for the next, for kind of the second half of September here. We're a little past the middle point of September and then early October. But like I've told all the other signs, Capricorn, if you happen to come across this video and this reading at another time, it is probably meant for you anyway. Time is relative in that way. All right, spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends. Let's see what we have for our wonderful Capricorns. Anything they need to see for their best good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that they will be working with the most. Ooh, I like this one. Because it's deep and intense like us. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power, Capricorn. And I also love the number 44, because to me that's a very stabilizing energy added up to an 8, and it's a big manifesting number. So Capricorns, this is a time that you're taking your power back. If you still haven't gotten it all back, or if you've been in the process of taking it back, this is happening more than ever this next couple of weeks. This could also just be a time when you have more power in your personal life, a little extra oomph when it comes to going out and getting what you want. You're able to talk to the right people. The people that are in power actually listen to you, all of that. So Black Panther Spirit here, Capricorn. This is to me old soul energy, which Capricorns absolutely are. So work with that Panther Spirit. It also may be a good idea not to reveal every single one of your plans when you have them. It may be best to kind of keep it to yourself until you've worked at it a little bit more. Yeah, it's definitely that Heart of Gold in the chat is saying, I don't chase, I attract. That's very much what this is, because I also see, you know, panthers or stealth hunters, you know, and they don't have to like, you know, they only pounce when they're really ready, you know. They only act when it's really time to act. So you don't have to be racing and rushing all over the place here, Capricorn. You know, do your work, do your stuff, you know, put in your investment, but then let it come to you more or less. It's a very powerful time, and you may feel like you're gaining in strength, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. Let's get into some animal tarot for you. Let's get 3 cards for Capricorn, please. Wow. Yes. Lots of fiery goodness. Big, bold. This is where you're coming from, Capricorn. Look at this. The Squirrel Spirit, Ace of Wands. Hello. Inspiration, bright future. I think that the Ace of Wands has so much to do with big, passionate, bright, bold, new beginnings. It's like Spirit is helping you too, because the aces are always a gift from the universe, right? And it's like, here's your new lease on life. Here's your fresh new energy. Here's your passion. If you've been feeling kind of down in the dumps, or you've been feeling kind of, you know, heavy about things, or kind of have a sense of malaise or complacency, this is going to get that fire lit up under you. Center energy. What this is all centering on. Rooster Spirit. 3 of Wands. This definitely gives me the feeling, Capricorn, that you've already done a whole lot of work. Like, you've been putting in the effort here. Because this is where you're coming from. And now, in a lot of ways, like I said, you don't have to keep racing around hither and thither and going crazy, because the 3 of Wands is the ships coming in for you. Like, that's you having done the work. Rise and shine, foresight, you know, because you've shown the foresight. Again, slow and steady wins this race, right? And Capricorns love it that way. They don't like to rush anyhow, because they feel like empires were never built overnight, and they don't mind taking their time. So to me, Capricorn, you can keep working at what you're doing. I know I will. I know you will. But this is more or less the saying, it's like, don't burn the candle at both ends like maybe you used to in the past. You've already done that. You've already been really, really putting in a lot of effort. And now it's really time to let that energy return to you. Going into the future, as this plays out over the next couple weeks, we've got that whale spirit. This is the Judgment card. It is one of my favorite cards. It is the higher vibration of the Death card, because it is the second Scorpio connected card in the major arcana. The Death is the Scorpio, Judgment is Pluto, and this to me is that second life, second chance, whole new lease on life, you rising up, resurfacing into the world. You're having more clarity, you're awakening to, I think, your own personal power. It's really powerful. I love it. And on the bottom, check it out. We've got the Octopus Spirit, the King of Cups, big Pisces, Cancer energy. So I feel like the underlying energy of this, Capricorn, is you are only willing to work with our King of Cups folks. And King of Cups people, no matter what their sign may be, they are people that are calm, they have clarity, they understand their emotions very well, they're emotionally mature, they have compassion for themselves and others. They're the kind of people you want. They're trustworthy, right? And that, I feel like, you know, that's what you're becoming. You always, I think Capricorns are definitely more geared that way. But you're definitely stepping into even deeper emotional maturity and understanding your wants and needs a lot better. And that's why you're tending to attract people that are this way. And if they aren't that way, you're like, there's the door. This is a great read, goats. This is very empowering. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Capricorn. Orca whale, yes. And we love these guys. Talk about something that's been spicy lately is our orca whales. They're not putting up with any crap these days. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that. Orca whale is adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. You may be making some travel plans, Capricorn. Tempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. There we go. There's that loyalty. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. I think all Capricorns are more powerful than they know. Capricorns definitely second guess themselves too much. We really do. It's not the best trait. We're like this high powered thing, but we don't always see it. We don't always want to acknowledge and accept it. All right, guys. Great read for you, Capricorns. Let's tap these cards. Get ready for Aquarius here. All right. Aquarius, let's see what we've got for you. This is going to be your spirit animal readings for the next couple weeks, second half of September respectfully, but if you see these readings at another time, these messages were probably meant for you to see. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Aquarius folks out there. Start with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping you out the most right now. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. So, you know, when I see the nightingale, I think of a lot of things. It's really kind of being aware of the love that you already have in your life, especially if you've been feeling a little lonely. And it's also a very strong sign that you need to like speak your truth, sing your song, be yourself, and put your messages out there, right? Be very open-hearted about, you know, who you attract, what comes and goes. I think I got a bunny hair in my eye, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm always dealing with bunny hair. It's a constant. Might also be a good time to go to a concert or see some live music. We've got the little gramophone sitting there. So I'm just, you know, putting that one out there too there, Aquarius. Let's get into your spirit animal tarot. Let's get 3 for Aquarius, please. Yeah, definitely. There's a little bit of like solitary energy, but it's really okay. Where you're coming from is the raccoon spirit. Page of Wands, enthusiasm, free spirit, new ideas. To me, Page of Wands is always like more joy, more happiness, a lighter attitude, a lighter approach. It's very, very childlike. It's very playful and upbeat, right? So, you know, you may be like, I want to have more fun. I want to enjoy life more. I want to be more myself. I don't want to be weighed down by so much heaviness. You know, that's really where you're coming from with this. Main focus of this read is the octopus spirit, the King of Cups. To me, again, this is, you know, Cancer King, Pisces King. It's very, very water sign energy, but it's a very mature water sign, which, you know, could be that you're stepping into greater emotional maturity, understanding yourself and others a lot better than you have in the past, which is always a good thing. And definitely seeking out people that are like that, people that are more emotionally mature, people that you can really count on, people that are trustworthy and solid. Going into the future, as the way this plays out over the next couple weeks, we do have the Hermit card, the Snow Leopard. This is Virgo energy. We're in some strong Virgo energy right now, by the way. And so this to me is you really needing the time to rest, relax, do your own thing. You know, you might just take some good positive alone time. Oh yeah, there's the hair I got on. Oh my gosh. Bunnies. Yeah, this is illumination and ascension with that Hermit. Always love it because to me, you know, the Hermit is very much about seeking your personal truth. And it's all about taking time to heal, rest, restore, recover, whatever that means for you. On the bottom of the deck, what's the underlying message? What's the underlying energy is the Firefly. We've got the 6 of Wands. So there is that victory card. Recognize success and achievement. I do feel like things that, you know, will brighten up, they will lighten up. And again, we've got this message of shining your inner light, shining your inner truth. You know, in the traditional tarot, the Hermit always has that lantern with the star in it, you know, shining the light, following your truth. It's a really big message in your reading today. I always see Aquarius as being that, you know, it's the sign that's really meant very much to be their authentic self and show other people how to be that as well. So let's get into an affirmation for you guys. Oh, yes. There is some good luck in here. There really is. You had the two of our lucky bugs. You had the firefly and the ladybug. So good luck coming in. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. So Aquarius, this is definitely the whole message of this is like putting that heavy burden down, lightening your energy, feeling free, feeling unburdened, shining your truth, shining your light, not being afraid to be you. Very, very nice message. All right, guys. All right, Pisces, everyone, all my fishies, gather round. Hope my Pisces are well. We've definitely had a lot of energy in your sign. We've had that full moon at the end of August. We just went into the new moon in Virgo, which definitely brings that balance in there with your sign, right? So let's dig in. Let's see what we've got for your spirit animal messages tonight. And these are going to apply mostly for the second half of September here, early October. And I've said this to every sign. If you see this at another time other than those times, you're probably meant to be here. So let's see what we have. Spirit animals, guardians and friends. Let's see what we have for Pisces. Let's get a main energy that you're working with during this time. I love it. Crows. The crow spirit, and he's the number 17, and today's the 17th. I think that's a good synchronicity. All right, so crow is crow creating with spirit, co-creating with spirit. To me, the crow symbolizes, you know, spiritual law, right? It really shows the way that we walk or talk, you know, putting our thoughts and dreams into action. It is that co-creator. So Pisces, you are a very creative sign. This next couple weeks may be an extra creative time for a lot of you. Listen, just listen and feel it. Let it flow. Let's get into some tarot for you. Let's get 3 for Pisces, please. I love crows. You know, they're super clever, super smart. They know how to figure stuff out. They really do. And they know who's who. They know what's what. They're very protective, very careful. They really have great intuition, great vision. Nice. Wow. Ooh, you got all the birds. All the birdies are coming around for Pisces. Wow. Okay. Where you're coming from, Pisces, is the Watson card, the Lovers, Gemini energy. So I feel like you're coming from a place of really wanting to communicate better, to meet others that do communicate well. It's very important to you. You are coming at life with a lot of love. You know, you're coming at things with a lot of balance right now. That's how it feels to me. It's very nice, but there's very loving energy that you're coming in with. The heart of your reading, you know, what's really at the center of all of it is this Otter card, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is very nostalgic. It's very reminiscent. It's so like it can really it's those like memories of the past that bring a tear to your eye, and sometimes as well a smile, right? It's just I've definitely felt this. I've got a lot of Pisces in my chart, and I'm definitely relating to this one. Because it's very much that feeling of like thinking or dreaming about the past, things that you loved or enjoyed in the past. And sometimes it's something that you can, you know, get inspiration from. That's the best way to use that energy, Pisces, is to get inspiration from the past and use it for something new. Like I said, this could be a very creative time for you. You know, the worst way is to just, you know, really dwell in it and let it make you really depressed and sad. So try not to, you know, go into that, you know, part of it. But, you know, this is a very loving vibe. Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's childhood memories sometimes, and it's also healing the inner child too, or healing some part of your past from, you know, some part of yourself from the past, even if it wasn't childhood. But check out our Raven card going into the future. The way that this all plays out is the Magician. So I love the fact that you have the crow as your main spirit animal right now, and then you have the Raven card going into the future because we've got those two powerful black birds that have a lot to do with creation, right? And magic. And the Magician card to me is such a good one because it's really about taking all of your abilities, your resources, your talents, your skills, your love, all of that, and creating something fresh and new. So really a nice read for Pisces. And then on the bottom of this, wow, check it out. It doesn't really get a lot better than the Sun card, and that's the underlying energy. So I do feel like even if you might be feeling a little blue or a little moody right now, Pisces, you know, the Sun is definitely going to come out, and there is an element of good luck and new beginnings on your side because the Sun is the luckiest card. It's the best card of the deck, and we got that little duck coming out of that egg. You know, and many times it's like it might seem like just blind good luck to other people, but really what that is to me is like, you know, you usually worked hard for it, right? It's like you have a success that comes out of putting the effort in. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Pisces. There it is. Had to have something in the water. We got the dolphin spirit as your affirmation, which is the playfulness. Yes, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. Most definitely, but this is a very creative period of time. That's what it really looks like here for you, Pisces. Love to see it. All right. All right, Aries, we gotcha. Let me tap these cards and clear them out real good for you. I know, the dolphins have been coming up, and I really feel like, you know, and they've been coming in from all the different decks. There's a dolphin in all of these decks, and they've been coming up. And I do think that is because it's like people are feeling this heaviness. I, you know, keep seeing videos popping up about people just being burned out with work and being, you know, unwilling to continue in a toxic work environment. I'm like, yeah. And I feel like that's a big message right now, you know, is get back to living instead of just, you know, are you living to work or working to live? You know, it's just, oh, it's really rough. So Aries, let's see what we've got for you, my fire children. I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your spirit animal readings for the second half of September. And if you are seeing this outside of that designated time, you are meant to see these messages. These can apply at other times as well. So dear spirit, animals, guardians, guides, and friends, show us what Aries needs to see for their highest and best. And let's start with one main animal spirit they'll be working with. Ooh, the buffalo spirit. This guy's been coming out a lot too tonight for our readings. So the abundant universe will provide. Aries, if you've been feeling like you don't know where, you know, things are going to come from, or you've been a little bit worried about resources, this is definitely a great spirit to work with because it brings that prosperity, abundance, contentment, assurance that your needs will be met. So it's a really nice card to get. Let's get into your Animal Tarot. Please, Spirit, let's get 3 for Aries. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, you're really bringing in that strong spirit of abundance. Very earthy right here. Start out where you're coming from is the cow spirit, the Empress. Empress energy is both Taurus and Libra ruled. It's a Venus ruled card. And so Aries, Venus is still in Leo. It's in a good vibration with you. And it is out of retrograde finally. But you're definitely coming from a place where you want to grow, create, nurture, literally or metaphorically give birth to something. That is what the Empress is all about. She's like all the queens put together in one, right? She's kind of that ultimate earth mother. And so she's very loving, but she's also a very strong manifester. So wow, Aries, very, very nice place to come from. Right in the center, we do have the jellyfish spirit, our Queen of Cups. To me, she's very much a Scorpio or Pisces kind of queen. She's a very water sign. She's very psychic, visionary, compassionate, and very careful about who she spends her time and energy on, right? So since that is the core of this message where the central energy really lies, I would say that you may be a little bit more careful about who you trust, who you let in, and if you aren't, you might want to be, because you don't want to just let any old person come into your life, right? They have to prove themselves a little bit here. We also have our Queen of Pentacles, and that is our Capricorn Queen. Very, very earthy. She's very much like a minor arcana empress, very strongly related to her. And she is about nurturing. She is about being careful with finances. She definitely watches her money. She's careful where she invests. So you may be feeling all of that, Aries. Some of you might be feeling some money constraints or money situations that you really have to kind of stay on top of, or just be careful about spending. Just be careful about where you invest and how. But yeah, these are great. These are very earthy. They're very feminine. Aries, normally, of course, you are a very masculine, fiery sign, but I feel like right now you're really embodying all this energy that we have of earth and water. We have a lot of earth and water right now in our, astrology. And so I feel like you're really coming into that part of yourself. And there's a lot of maturity here too. I always see Queen of Pentacles as being a little bit more mature, right? She's steady, she's grounded, she thinks about things before she does them. She doesn't just jump right in. So you may be learning, some of that as well. On the bottom, we've got the giraffe spirit. To me, that's always, having that bigger vision, being able to see things from a long distance off. And it is the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, this is doing work that you love, that you really enjoy, doing the highest quality work that you can, mastering something, maybe learning a skill or a trade. Very strong earthy energy in this reading for you, Aries. I really love it. This is you just like putting your whole hooves down. standing strong on the earth. Let's get an affirmation for you guys. Yep, and we got the wolf spirit, another strong one, the pathfinder, right? So you may be finding your way more and more in life right now, and you may be helping others do the same. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So Aries, yeah, I think you're going to be really stepping into your endurance power a little bit more than usual. But I've been sensing that in Aries, really over the years as we have done readings for you guys. I've definitely sensed that Aries is like, the spiritually aware ones are just leveling up a lot. Hey there, Amber, good to see you. Aw, glad you could make it. We already did Scorpio, but I will timestamp these after I'm done. All the reads have been really good. They've been really nice. So definitely check them out. All right, so speaking of earthy energy, we had a lot of like earthy energy in that Aries reading. So here we go with Taurus. Super earthy, oh my goodness. Taurus, this is going to be your spirit animal messages for the second half of September and getting into the early part of October. If you're seeing these messages at another time, they are meant for you. Don't worry if it's a different time period. Sometimes I watch old readings from readers and It's like it's just the right time to hear that message, even though it may be like a year-old reading or something. Sometimes you just got to hear it and it's there for you. All right. Dear Spirit, let's get a spirit animal for Taurus, who they'll be working with for the most part this next couple weeks. Ooh, okay. All right. Same energy from Aries. We got the Buffalo Spirit here, Taurus. Very strong for you. The abundant universe will provide. I said the same thing to you that I say to them is that, you know, if you've been feeling a little concerned about money, resources, etc., this is a very nice energy to work with to bring in better abundance. It's also a very nice sign that, you know, you will have what you need, right? That's what that says to me. Very comforting energy that comes from that. It's very strong as well. Definitely stands in its strength. Let's get some tarot for you, Taurus. Let's get 3, please. 3, please, Spirit, for Taurus. Wow. Ooh, Taurus, you're stepping it up. Wow. You do need to, you do have, I mean, this is definitely something where your inner strength is probably being challenged a bit, but I think you're going to get through this. Where you're coming from is the Warthog Spirit, the 2 of Cups. This is a very loving energy. It's a heart healing energy. Cancer is the sign that rules this card. So it's a very sweet, very bonded, nurturing, mothering kind of love. It's perfect harmony, sacred union, mutual attractions. You know, if it doesn't have to do with a romance directly for you, this can just be your heart being healed. And that is where you're coming from. Some of you may have entered into a new relationship, but some of you are just doing something really strong to have that heart healed. Right in the center, check our goat out. We got the 6 of Pentacles. I love this card. Oh my gosh. I love the way that they did the artwork on it. The horns are great. The like stars around the goat are great. The 6 of Pentacles energy is also one of your cards. It is ruled by both Taurus and Libra. It is a card of balance, reciprocity, and equal give and take. This to me is telling you the heart of the matter for you, Taurus, is to make sure that your life is in balance. Make sure that your relationships are in balance. You know, keep the good ones. Let the flaky ones go. Let the ones that aren't sincere and genuine go, because this to me is about establishing your boundaries, standing firm in them. And you know, the way that this is all going to play out as our little alligator spirit, our Page of Cups, this is softer, sweeter kinds of communication. It's Pisces type communication. It's very loving. It's very spiritual. Really actually very beautiful read. On the bottom, we also have the lion spirit, you know, as the underlying energy that's working through this. So like I said, you do have to be quite strong through this time. You know, the strength card is definitely your spirit rising above to be stronger than our human condition usually allows. It's a mind over matter, love wins out, mastery of life kind of energy. And of course it's very regal because it is the lion. You know, he's got that glow going on. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you as an affirmation. I really like this reading for you. I just feel like you've got some things, you've got maybe some challenges to overcome, but you do have that strength on your side here. And, you know, speaking your true emotions, letting your feelings out is all good for you right now. And we have the Deer. There's a lot of there's some love energy around this reading for you. And it could be romantic or platonic, either way. But it's a very like loving feeling here, Taurus. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Yes. I'm getting big messages of acknowledging your self-worth, your boundaries, right? Bringing things into balance, healing the heart and soul, absolutely. Really nice read. I like this one. All right, guys. We only have 3 more to go. So we're going to be coming up on Gemini next. No, it's starting to get late. We're almost hitting the midnight hour here. So for all my East Coast night owls, thanks for staying up with me. If you're on the West Coast, it's not quite as late. All right. Gemini. How's my Geminis doing? Oh my gosh, probably a little better now that Mercury is out of retrograde. You and Virgo share a ruling planet, so I know for Gemini, Virgo time is a little bit tense, just like it is for Sag, because it is a square to your sign. So hang in there if it's been a little challenging. This is going to inject some positivity into things. This is going to be your spirit animal messages for the second half of September or so. If you see these at a different time other than then, that is meant to be. That is your message as Gemini. Very nice. Yeah, and you might be doing some of this right now after all this retrograde commotion. We've got the snake spirit. Time to heal, time to replenish, restore, shed the skin, and refresh. I love the snake energy because it's a very healing kind of vibe. It always is. It's always about restoration, resurrection. People born in the Chinese lunar year of the snake tend to be very good healers, and they heal easily from setbacks. So very nice. You may be definitely healing after a more chaotic or tumultuous cycle here, Gemini, for the next couple weeks. Work with that snake. He is a good spirit to work with. Let's get into some tarot for you. Spirit, please. 3 for our Geminis out there. Nice. Yeah, definitely the Virgo vibes are a bit of a challenge. I mean, you're still working through some things. Absolutely. The immediate past has the snow leopard, the hermit. That is the Virgo energy that we're definitely moving through. And this is where you're coming from here, Gemini. So you're coming from a place of kind of being a bit of a hermit. You might have been, kind of doing your own thing a little bit more for the last couple weeks. Maybe just, taking time for yourself, kind of shutting the rest of the world out. To me, the hermit has a huge element of healing behind it. It's also about just living your truth, being yourself, shining your light into the world. Heart of the matter. What's the central message here is the hawk spirit, the Ace of Swords. And so I do feel that greater clarity is what's going to be really brought through in the next couple weeks. You're going to see things with greater vision. Ace of Swords is really the hand of spirit reaching in and granting you that clarity if things have been really cloudy and fuzzy for a while. It's also victory. It's a success kind of card. You might feel like you finally triumphed over something difficult. And going into the immediate future, we do have the bat, we have the hanged man. So again, this is Pisces, kind of Neptune energy on this card, and you may be doing a lot of releasing, a lot of things being turned loose. There is a lot of enlightenment here because to me, the hermit and the hanged man are both cards that really deal with that higher mind, clearing away the clouds, seeing things better, but you do have to face the dark. You do have to face the difficult things before you can really come into the light. So don't be afraid to surrender what you need to. Don't be afraid to face difficult subjects head on. On the bottom, we do have the spider spirit, the high priestess, and she can be a little mysterious, right? This is that lunar energy. So it kind of comes and goes in cycles. I'd say between the hermit and the high priestess, you may be just very introverted the next couple weeks, Gemini. You might literally be going into your little cave and just, hiding out till you shed that skin and have that renewal. You've really got to seek your own counsel and listen to your own intuition about something. It's pretty wild actually how much, Pisces is definitely affecting things. Virgo is definitely affecting things right now. Those two signs are getting a lot of airtime. in the sky at the moment. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Gemini. And here comes the raccoon, right? So I do feel like, you know, the raccoon is the inventor energy. It's playful, it's curious, right? Decide on what you really want. This may be something that you're going within to figure out here right now. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being a trickster. Gemini, I'm looking at you. You guys can be the trickster big time. Oh my goodness. So avoid being the trickster, but you can juggle them well. Oh my goodness, that's like speaking right to you. It really is. Oh my goodness. All right, my darlings, we've got Cancer up next, my little crabbies. And guys, for anybody of you that are on either YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, there is an account that I absolutely adore called Howie the Crab. It is so freaking cute. This woman has a pet crab. And she just went through a molt. Crabs molt their whole shell like every so often. This one has done it. I think her current like routine is maybe like every 8 or 9 months. They molt more frequently when they're younger and more slowly when they get older. But she has this little blue rainbow crab named Howie. And when she got Howie, she thought Howie was a girl, thought Howie was a boy, so they named him Howie. And then when they realized, oh no, she's actually a lady crab, they kept the name anyway. And so this crab has such an attitude. She gives her little hats to wear, and she makes these videos where she feeds the crab. And the crab has turned all picky lately. Like after her molt, she gave her all these different snacks, and the crab loved the caviar the most. And now that's all little Howie wants to eat is the caviar. She doesn't want to eat anything else. She's the queen. She's like, no, I don't want anything else. Give me the fancy stuff. But it's totally adorable. So if you're a Cancer, or even if you're not, go watch Howie the Crab. She is just too freaking cute. And it'll remind you of yourself. Because that crab has some power, okay? So if you've been feeling a little less than powerful, go give her a review, because my goodness, this crab is incredible. She's 8 years old, which is as old as like any crab gets. And so like this particular type, like they don't get older than that. Like so she's really beating the odds with her age, which is unbelievable. So check that out. Cancer, let's see what we've got for you. This is going to be your spirit animal readings for the second half of September, early October. If you see these messages at some other time other than then, they are probably meant for you. I'm going to lean back in my chair because my back is getting tired. Sorry about that. I know I'm like not right up in the screen, but I'm just going to get comfy here. All right, spirit animals, guards, guardians, and friends. Let's see what we have for our Cancers. Whatever they need to see for their highest and best good, please. Let's start with one main spirit animal for you guys to work with this next couple weeks. Oh, I love it. Yay, I love the dog card. All right, Cancer. So your main spirit guide is the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love, and who you love, and who loves you. Really sweet. I also think of this as Libra energy. I can't help it because the dog in the Chinese Lunar New Year is akin to Libra energy. So, you know, this could also mean, you know, balancing your life a little bit, maybe a lot. This could be bringing all of your life into balance. Work, relationships, friendships, etc. But I love that. All right, let's get into your tarot. Please, Spirit, let's get 3 for Cancer. Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that dog spirit card. So cute. Loyalty matters very much right now, and you know that's why the old name for dog was Fido, right? Because it comes from Fido, fidelity, loyalty, all of that. Yeah, it's time to see things in a new direction here, Cancer. Where you're coming from, immediate past is the Rooster. Three of Wands. To me, this is like waiting for your ships to come in, having put in a lot of effort. I really get that a lot of you are pretty tired. Like, you've really put in a lot of work. Cat Spirit is right in the center with the Page of Swords. It's a very youthful, you know, mental energy, because it's that air energy. It's very Gemini based. Primal instincts landing on your feet. Like I said, because that's the, you know, center of the reading, it really may be a time that it's very important for you to see things in a new way, you know, new perspective, fresh new ideas, fresh new information. Going into the immediate future, something in life is speeding up with this Dragonfly card with the Eight of Wands. You know, this is a lot of movement, Sagittarius energy. So, you know, you might be traveling, you might be moving, you might be doing something new, you might have a lot of new opportunities coming in very quickly. And Capricorn. I look at my chat. I love it. I love that song. I love that band. Here comes the rooster. Yep, but he ain't gonna die. So, you know, many times the Eight of Wands is like so many good opportunities, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So keep it in stride. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Beast Spirit, Wheel of Fortune, luck, life cycles, major karmic events. Again, you know, this is more Sagittarius, Jupiter energy. There could be a lot of good luck working under the surface for you right now, right? To me, this is always the wheel turning. Jupiter energy is not always easy. It is good luck, but it's not always easy because it does require us to stretch and grow and move beyond limitations, and that doesn't always feel the best, okay? Right under that, we also had the bald eagle, the emperor. So I do feel like, you know, whatever it is that's good that's coming in, like, you got to take action on it. You can't just, you know, let it go, because, you know, it's just, it can come and go. It can come and go. So if a good opportunity comes through, you gotta grab it with your little crab claw, Cancer. Let's get an affirmation on this reading for you. Yes, the swan. I love it. Love it. One of my favorites. Swan is grace. It's beauty. It's music. It's the soul. Oh, yes. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Yeah. If you're into music, Cancer, this is a very musical time, you know, very creative time. The swan has a deep, very old association with music. Yep, yep, yep. This is a great read. All right, guys. I love on the bottom of this card, too. Sometimes I peek, and it had the otter spirit, which I love this card. Look how cute it is. They're in the little shape of a heart. And it says, you're never alone. Cancer, even if you're feeling lonely, don't forget you're not alone. All right. Moving on to our last reading of the night. We've got our lions coming up. All right, Leo, let's see what we got. This is your spirit readings for the next couple of weeks, second half of September. Your animal guardian spirits and guides. Let's see what we got for our beautiful Leos. Anything they need to see or hear for their best good. My back is getting me, guys. I need a chair with better back support. I don't know where to shop for that, though. All right. Ooh, Leo. I know Leos have been going through it. My word. Okay. Yeah, wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. I know. Oh my word. And on the bottom of this deck, we had the swan spirit, time for the deep dive. I'll tell you, it was wild. I did the little update readings for the Virgo new moon and the Mercury direct. And Leo, y'all had one of the deepest readings of everybody. It was like, whoa, y'all are going through so much. You're doing a lot. And this is saying it too. Let's get some animal tarot on this. 3, please, for our Leos. Oh yeah, you're going through it. My goodness, y'all. Leo, what is up? Tell me. Tell me. Where you're coming from is the stag, the Hierophant. This is very strong Taurus energy. Putting your foot down. Being very firm about, your morals, your standards, what you want in life. You're really not going to budge for someone. You really sticking to your boundaries. Yeah, very earthy. But yeah, the heart of this matter, right? Look at it, central card. First time it's come up all night. I'm saying, Leo, what you going through? The Black Swan, the 9 of Swords, this is the anxiety, sleepless nights, insomnia, restlessness, things just running through your head again and again. Many times it's unnecessary worry, things that you just really don't need to focus on or dwell on. But we all go through it. We all go through it sometimes, Sometimes we go through it a lot for a while. The way this is, playing out is the pangolin is the 5 of Pentacles. So, there is kind of a fear of loss, a fear of instability. Maybe you're at a crossroads with someone else about, what to do with them in the future. It's that dark night of the soul, right? What's on the bottom is the Mouse spirit, the 3 of Pentacles. I would definitely not go this alone. I would definitely ask for help. I would, turn to either a good counselor, good friends, people that really have your back, trusted coworkers. This is a great collaboration, following your dreams, doing your research, working together with a team. So that's why I would not go this alone. Especially if you have an earth person in your life, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo are all coming up strong with that card. But yeah, you're definitely going through some challenges here, Leo. It is time for the deep dive, and all of this that's happening on the surface that may be difficult and challenging is encouraging you to get in, deeper touch with your soul, with your heart. You know what I'm actually going to do? I didn't do this with the other ones, but Leo, you got the toughest reading here. So I'm gonna do a couple of clarifiers on these cards just to get a little bit more out of it, because this is heavy. Wow, I mean, my goodness, Leo. Something is heavy, heavy, heavy on your mind. Look at this. You won't believe it. We got the 9 of Swords right on top of the 9 of Swords, right in the center. I feel like right now you might be feeling just really heavy, really down. It definitely comes about as you having stood up for yourself. You're actually personally not in a bad place at all about yourself. Like, you know what you want, you know who you are, you know your worth, you know your value. Maybe someone really let you down who didn't treat you that way, right? It could be. It really could be. Different for everybody because this is general, but we do have the Sun, which I love because it's the most positive card in the tarot, and also because you are ruled by the Sun. So I do feel like things are going to get better. They're not going to stay where they are, and look at that on the bottom, 9 of Pentacles. So I just feel like a lot of this centers around you just knowing your worth. Like, somebody either wasn't respectful to you, or you just felt like, I know I'm worth more than this, and it still really hurts, like, a lot, right? It's still like is a huge bummer. And you are feeling that loneliness, you are feeling that bite, but it's not going to stay that way forever. Absolutely not. It's definitely going to turn, because we got a little happy bunny in the sun, a little bun in the sun card. Um, hang in there, Leo, and don't step down off of your pedestal for anyone, right? I mean, this is, I think, what I feel ultimately for you is this might have been like a big test of your self-worth, right? Of your confidence, knowing what you're made of, right? Ooh, and not being willing to down yourself for anyone or anything else. You know, another way that I could read this is like, you know, maybe you had to leave a really good job or something because they didn't have integrity, and now you're really worried about like what you're going to do next. But it's going to work out okay, no matter what this situation is. You know, don't be afraid to cry out your feelings, get your feelings out. Don't be afraid to confront that darker side, right? The sun is going to come back, Leo. It really will. Let's get an affirmation on this for you guys. Yeah, the humpback whale. Again, you know, we've had our whale spirit come up a decent amount of times tonight. I feel like this is an energy of resurrection and resurfacing and clarity. So you will find your clarity. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Oh, Leo. All right, honeys. Hope you do well. I know everything will work out. I believe it. All right, darlings. Well, have a wonderful night. This was super fun. Had a great time with y'all. And I'll be seeing you again soon. Probably the next thing I'll be doing is getting October readings recorded. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Salipa. Thank you, Daisy, for keeping our signs on track. I'm so happy we didn't have any troll action or vibes. We had a really good night. It was very clean and clear. Nobody bothered us. All right, y'all. Have a great evening. I'll get timestamps up soon. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.